Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 Back to Back. Since it is close to the end of VGC 17, this is the second to last team we're most likely going to be using for the series. However, I really did want to use this archetype for the channel just because, you know, some people requested it. And the fact that I didn't really use this archetype even though it was pretty viable, you know, it won a regional championship as well. And yeah, I think it is a pretty interesting archetype. So we got Eevee, and you know, Eevee with its signature Z move, you're basically getting +2 in every stat. Then Eevee can have Baton Pass and pass it over to another Pokemon. You have Psych Up. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. There's Eevee, Whimsicott, Smeargle, Espeon, Krookodile, and Clefairy, which is a team that Jeremy Rodriguez did use to win the Daytona Regional Championship. So we're going to be playing with this team. This version's a bit different since I have like a few different sets, because this is a old Eevee team that I had, but it should be pretty fun. And let me just tell you, Eevee, I think most Eevee players will agree with me too. Eevee is one of the worst teams you can use in best of one. Like, you always have to play a mind game. Do they have haze? Where do they carry the roar? What kind of attacks do they have? Dragon Tail, you know, anything that can basically prevent Eevee from setup. So it is a pretty hard team to use in best of one. I don't think it's very viable in best of one. In best of three, it's pretty good because once you find out like that information of what kind of sets does your opponent have, then it's like pretty easy to maneuver over, because you have ways to shut down with Whimsicott. As we find our first opponent from Japan, 1647. I do recognize the names. I believe I played this person before. A Flygon. Yeah, I think I played this person before. I think it was like Eevee Flygon? Oh no, but that was like a few months ago, I think. Flygon, Celesteela, the Gigalith, Talonflame, Tapu Koko, and the Tapu Fini. So this is really interesting, to say the least. Clefairy looks pretty solid here, I feel like. I could also lead Smeargle, but if my opponent leads an offensive lead, I'd be in trouble. So I think I want to go Eevee plus Clefairy, and then I want to assume, like, what do I want in the back? Do I want the Krookodile, or do I want the Espeon? I'm feeling like Krookodile is probably better, because it's not like my opponent has anything that could really prevent setup. Maybe Dragon Tail on the Whimsicott, but not much otherwise. Maybe it's Haze on the Tapu Fini. Although it doesn't look like Haze on this team, I feel like it would be Specs. I'm going to go Krookodile, Smeargle in the back, because I think I want to go with one sweeper, and that's going to be Krookodile. I feel like with Eevee, I tend to lean toward more like one sweeper, to be honest, and have the rest of the Pokemon support it, because I feel like it makes things easier. So let's see what my opponent is going to bring to the table here. What kind of tricks do you have? So Eevee Clefairy will lead, because I do want the Friend Guard for my Eevee in case it's double spread move. Gonna be that Gigalith and Tapu Koko. Okay. So never too bad here, as the Tapu Koko going to activate the Electric Surge, as Gigalith going to set up the Sandstream. I don't think Gleam plus Rock Slide will be able to knock out the Eevee unless you're Bandit or you get a crit. So we're gonna go for our Extreme evoboost. Oh yeah, I have Return on my Eevee. I forgot. Maybe I should change it to Quick Attack in the following videos. But I will go for the Follow Me here. Although I could Heal Pulse if I really expect something such as Thunderbolt. I mean Dazzling Gleam, because it would be better. But no, Follow Me is always safe, because Continental Crush could be a thing. So I'd rather go for Follow Me here, and we'll see what my opponent goes for. It's probably going to be Gleam here, I would imagine. No, it's going to be Thunderbolt actually, so nice. We're going to be able to take that Thunderbolt easily. I said easily, but that did way too much damage, as we will go for the Z move with Eevee. Yeah, that animation from Geo is amazing. Shoutouts to him if you want to go give him a follow for allowing me to use it. Rock Slide's going to come out, so it's not really going to be doing a massive amount, as yeah, Eevee able to take that, so nice. As I'll go into Smeargle now, and I can go for probably just a fake out into one of my opponent's slots. Of course, now there is the factor of, like, there is one factor here, and that's, yeah, I'm gonna go into Smeargle, and I think I just Spiky Shield and Baton Pass, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like that's the correct play here. So I'll go into Smeargle here, which I'm fake out following me. Oh yeah, I am transform actually on this one, so nice. So I can go for Baton Pass here and a Spiky Shield. Yeah, I'll go for Spiky Shield because then I can transform into my own Krookodile afterward by going for Power Trip plus protecting. Well, actually, yeah. So I go for Baton Pass here because no matter what, my opponent's not gonna be able to knock out my, you know, my Krookodile with the +2 stats unless you crit Gleam. Yeah, that's basically the only way. So Krookodile is going to come out. Also, mine has Intimidate because this is a really old Krookodile for this team. So, yeah. Moxie is probably better. I might want to get a Moxie one. I don't know yet. Thunderbolt's going to go into the Eevee slot and Rock Slide. So, perfect. I basically take no damage here. And I'm going to be able to Power Trip the Tapu Koko, pick up the knockout on Tapu Koko, as well as go for the transform. So the fact that Giga was at -2 and I have 2 Krookodiles on the field, this is looking like game, it looks like. This is looking like game. Moody's going to activate, which is going to be special defense rise and a special attack fall, but that doesn't matter because I do have to transform, and I will be transforming into my Krookodile. I will Power Trip the Tapu Koko, and I will go for transform into my own Krookodile. And that's looking like game. I don't really see a way my opponent can really combat that. Yeah, Tapu Koko can protect, but, you know, stalling that out, that's fine. I will Power Trip here into the Tapu Koko's protect, but I will be able to get the transform off. And now I have 2 boosted Krookodiles that are looking for KOs. As we're going to see, Explosion. That's -2. And I have +2 defense. So let's see. Explosion is actually pretty cool. I've never seen Explosion Gigalith. Actually, no, I have. Banded in the beginning of the format. But Gigalith is going to go down, but yeah. I still don't see what you do against 2 boosted Krookodiles. Show me your answers. Like, there are some teams that actually just can't beat Eevee if they're able to get the setup right. Talonflame is going to come out. That really isn't a Pokemon that's going to be able to do a lot here. I'll just go for the Power Trip into the Tapu Koko and I'll Power Trip the Talonflame. Although maybe Z-move can knock out the Smeargle, but the match is just going to be forfeit. So yeah, we're going to be able to take a very quick victory there. I don't feel like there's much to say. I just boosted with Eevee. My opponent couldn't really stop it and was just able to pick up the win. There's not really much to say with Eevee. It's you boost up and win if your opponent can't handle it, or you get cheesed out by hacks. Your opponent has some tech for Eevee, and yeah, makes it hard. So, very nice first game, very strong showing. I have used Eevee on stream before, and yeah. Again, if you haven't already followed my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JamesBaek1, because I will be streaming more often. 3 to 4 times a week, I feel like, will be what I will be streaming. I feel like that would be my stream schedule here. But let's see what my opponent has for the next game. We're in the 1700s now, which is, you know, pretty sweet. I think maybe top in the US is like mid 1800s, so maybe by the end of the series we could get to like 1800s at least, so maybe we're in like top 10 of the US. I could potentially just ladder a bunch off camera. That is potentially true, although I do feel like we'll lose quite a few points with Eevee, just because even though Eevee is a really strong, you know, team, it's very weak. It's very weak in best of 1. So Lori is going to be our next opponent, bringing a rain team of Pelipper, Golduck, Tapu Koko, Metagross, Buzzwole, and the Garchomp. So Espeon's probably the Pokemon I want here, although I don't really like Espeon's position. I don't like Espeon's position, although I'll need Espeon, I feel like. I wish I ran Shadow Ball, but I run Psych Up on mine. which could be a problem because I don't really have an effective way to deal with that Metagross then. I think I'll lead Eevee plus Clefairy. Actually, no, I don't lead Eevee plus Clefairy. I think I lead Smeargle plus Eevee, to be honest. Yeah. With Espeon, Clefairy in the back, yeah. I feel like that's more solid here. Although I really want to bring Krookodile, like, that Metagross is going to be a threat. Stored Power isn't really doing much to Metagross because, one, Metagross has decent stats overall. And the fact that Quad resists Stored Power, so I feel like it takes 2 or 3 of them. If that's AV, it's going to take them easily, so maybe I should have brought Krookodile instead. Maybe I messed up in the team preview, but we'll see if we can actually pull it off. As Buzzwole Tapu Koko is going to lead, okay. Very different from what I imagined here, but we will lead our Smeargle plus Eevee here, and we can go for a Follow Me. Yeah, I'll just go for the... I could switch into Clefairy and Protect, which I think is a safer play, to be honest. Because I think you Thunderbolt Superpower the Eevee. Yeah, I actually think protecting with Eevee is better. I wish I let Clefairy. I think I'm going to go into Clefairy now, though, because I don't want... Because I feel like Smeargle's more useful now, and I want the Friend Guard up. Although, Friend Guard doesn't really make sense, but if I can get like 2 Espeons in a row, it makes this game a lot easier. So I think I'd rather go into Clefairy because... Oh, you have a Z move. It's going to be Electrium. Okay, that's interesting, but it doesn't really change much in this game because, you know, Eevee should be able to take that. But with Dazzling Gleam, I'm not sure, actually. So Gigalith Havoc's going to come out into my Eevee slot, most likely. Yeah. So this is doing probably 50%. No, not even close. Oh, yeah, Friend Guard. Yeah. Superpower is going to go out into the Eevee as well. So, yeah, I do take that turn. That's probably the best possible turn I could have got. And now I can Extreme evoboost, and maybe Clefairy can live the Thunderbolt plus the Poison Jab just because of the fact my opponent, you know, probably just due to the fact that my opponent doesn't really have much. So I'm going to Follow Me here. And boost up with the Eevee. I wonder my opponent didn't bring Rain Mode, which would make sense. As Dazzling Gleam is going to come out from my opponent, but it's not really going to do too much to Eevee. Yeah, Eevee took that like a champion. And maybe I could just heal post my Eevee, to be honest. But better to play safe than sorry. I will be able to boost with Eevee now. And let's go, Eevee. Okay, so this isn't looking too bad. Because one, I have Clefairy. Clefairy is looking really solid here. 2, the fact is I still have Smeargle, so I can transform into my Espeon, so maybe... Nice animation, Geo. Anyway, able to get the boost. Now I can Baton Pass safely. And yeah, I'm going to go for the Baton Pass into my Espeon. And I'll just protect Clefairy. I do want to heal post because I feel like my opponent's going to expect that and double into the Eevee slot. Although I don't think I have a choice. I'd rather protect here. Better to play it safe than sorry. So we'll protect Clefairy here. As we'll see what my opponent goes for. It's going to be what? As I will be Baton Passing. And I'll go hard into my Espeon here. So let's see what my opponent's going to do here. As I will go Espeon, and I'm pretty sure Thunderbolt plus maybe Superpower. Going to be the Volt Switch into Clefairy, okay. And a Leech Life. So, ooh, my opponent predicting the Espeon here. So, Leech Life is going to come out, do a decent amount of damage. Oh, that did a lot, actually. That did do a lot, but I'll be able to go for Stored Power here. Into my opponent's Buzzwole, I want to say. I could target Buzzwole. I could target on top of Koko. I'd rather target on Buzzwole. And Heal Pulse my Espeon. Because if you're going for Volt Switch, yeah, I'd rather go for Heal Pulse so I can get my Clefairy's Friend Guard. As we're going to see the Buzzwole withdraw. I'm guessing that's Metagross? No, that's Pelipper. Okay. So that's different because now I'll be able to get my... It's actually pretty nice because now I'll be able to go for Stored Power, right? And then what does my opponent do? Stored Power is going to go into Pelipper, which is going to bring it down to a Focus Sash. So I can Gleam next turn. And let's see what my opponent does with the Tapu Koko. Is it Thunderbolt? It's Thunder. Ooh. Okay, that's why my opponent went for the Pelipper switching. So going to go into Espeon. Please don't Para. Nice, as we will be able to Heal Pulse. And Heal Pulse actually bounces back because of Magic Bounce. So I'll be able to Heal Pulse my own Clefairy. And Clefairy with Friend Guard is back on the field. So nice, especially since now I can go for a Dazzling Gleam here. Because 2 Dazzling Gleams will be able to pick up a knockout. And I'll just follow me here for safety. Because of the fact that I will be able to follow me here. Which will allow me to 1 knock out this Pelipper and 2 to KO this Tapu Koko. So Pelipper is going to protect, which is fine here. Because of the fact that I have Dazzling Gleam will allow me to KO this Tapu Koko, or at least I feel like it will. So we'll go for the Dazzling Gleam here. How much this is going to do is the question. And Metagross is still like a concerning Pokemon in the back, but maybe my opponent didn't bring it in fear of the Krookodile, which definitely does make sense here. Thunder is going to go out into my Clefairy, which isn't really going to do too much. Yeah, and Electric Terrain disappears from the battlefield. I can go for a Gleam here because since we saw Protect, usually Pelipers, if they carry Wide Guard, they'll drop the Protect. So I would assume it does have Tailwind and Water type move and Hurricane. So I'll just Heal Pulse my Clefairy, my own Clefairy once again, and Gleam here, as the Pelipper is going to stay on the field. Tapu Koko is going to protect, which is fine, as I will go for the Dazzling Gleam here into my opponent's team, and I will be able to knock out the Pelipper. And again, I still have my Smeargle, so looks like we're going to be able to pull through. Of course, that Metagross is still a threat potentially in the back. However, I can still keep following me with the Clefairy, so I don't feel like it's too bad here. We'll see what my opponent does here, as Golduck might be in the back if he brought Pelipper. So let's see. I mean, this Tapu Koko's Thunder, Dazzling Gleam. Okay, Buzzwole's gonna come out. I get to click. I could just click Stored Power. I'm pretty sure you're Assault Vest, to be honest. And I am 1 point faster than a modest Pelipper, so that's always great. Of course, I would be risking the crit potentially, so maybe just Gleam, Follow Me is the safer play. Bulldoze could be annoying, but it would activate my berry anyway, so I feel like, yeah, Gleam plus Follow Me is definitely the safer play, in my opinion. So I'd rather go for it than risk, like... Because, 1, my opponent doesn't pick up Knockout, so I get to keep the Follow Me intact. 2, I don't risk a crit on top of Koko with Dazzling Gleam, which is like the best, probably the most likely way my opponent could win if my opponent has a chance of winning. So Poison Jab's going to go on the Clefairy. Not going to be doing too much, thankfully. And Golduck should be coming out here. Yeah, it's going to be Golduck in the back. And now we get to find out if it's Timid or Modest Golduck. But since, I guess maybe Golduck has a spread move, this could be a game. How many turns of Rain are left? This is the last turn of Rain, so actually what I'm just going to do is double protect. Yeah, I'm just going to double protect here because 1, Hydro Vortex is not going to be able to knock out Espeon through protect with the +2 special defense and the Rain up. I mean, and the Friend Guard. Well, with Rain actually boosted, so we're going to see Hydro Pump into the Espeon, and we're going to see the Leech Life come out into the Espeon as well, so yeah, not much. Also, the fact now I can go for, I think I'd rather Stored Power the Buzzwole, just not risk it. Definitely not risk it on a random roll with Assault Vest, because Assault Vest can make the roll a bit weird. So I'd rather go for Follow Me here, 100%. Follow Me covers basically all options here. And Stored Power will be able to come out and knock out that Buzzwole, which is a guaranteed target because it is Assault Vest because of the fact of how well it took the Dazzling Gleam. So Buzzwole's going to go down here, and the Golduck's going to go for Hydro Pump, and that's definitely going to be game because I still have my Smeargle in the back, and I can go for Fake Out plus Stored Power, and then Transform afterward. Well, I'd probably not Transform afterward. I would go for Follow Me, because Follow Me is safer 100%. So I'll go into Smeargle. Actually, no. Espeon just wins. What am I saying? I can just store power here. And I'll just transform, I guess. Why not? As the match is going to be forfeit, so we will be taking 2 wins. Could have been very ugly, but luckily my opponent didn't bring the Metagross, I guess in fear of the potential. I think my opponent thought I would bring Krookodile, but yeah, I think Espeon was a better call. Maybe I should get rid of Psych Up for Shadow Ball. Like, I know Jeremy ran Shadow Ball just because, you know, Metagross was an annoying Pokemon to deal with. But yeah, I think we're going to cut it here actually to the 3rd battle, so yeah, see you in a little bit. Alright, we're back with the 3rd game of today's episode. There's going to be a bit of a time gap in between because I'm recording this at a different time, but today is Sunday night, and today was also the release date for Pokemon I Choose You, the movie, which was, you know, well, in Europe I think it was like a week earlier. Actually, I'm not sure. There was like one part of the country that had it a week earlier, but today was, well, Japan had it also early too, but this is the first weekend it premieres in the US, so I went to see it, and oh my lord, if you have the chance to go see that movie, I highly recommend it. It is an emotional ride. It is actually an emotional ride. I'm still like thinking about it, and oh my lord, it was probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. But let's get back to Pokemon. We got Mark with, who I believe is Mark Jackson actually, with the team of Arcanine, Vanillix, Milotic, Tapu, Koko, the Sandslash, and Buzzwole. So it looks alright for me. I could probably just go with like Eevee plus Clefairy. My opponent doesn't really have a way to stop that. Maybe, if I remember, the Sandslash has Rock Slide, so that's probably like the only way that I could really see it. Maybe Discharge on Koko. I'm not sure if it has Discharge though. Kind of doubt it, to be honest. So I think I'm going to go Eevee Clefairy. It's just very safe. The question is, who do I want in the back? I think I want Espeon for this one, just because, you know, I get to avoid potential roars from the Arcanine. Stored power. The only thing I'm like really worried about is, does that Milotic potentially have Haze? I don't think it does, because I did play him at an MSS and he had Recover, Protect, Scald, Ice Beam. So I don't think that's the case, and I think I'm going to go Smeargle because I want another Follow Me user. So I'll go with these 4, but yeah, if you haven't seen Pokemon I Choose You the movie, it is so good. It really is. Highly recommend go checking it out. And also, today is a day that I released a new VGC series, if you haven't already checked it out. It is called Smeargle Sanctuary, and it's basically a series. If you don't know what if you haven't watched Pokegame or his Vegeta series, basically it's something similar to that. It is a series where it's dedicated to, like, me and a few friends. We go on the showdown ladder and we play with some really cool teams, and basically it's really fun. It's really funny at times. It's just a great series, and the first episode was pretty crazy. I had, well, I'll leave it to you guys to find out. So I highly recommend, highly recommend go checking it out. But my opponent gonna lead the Buzzwole Arcanine. I don't feel like my opponent has a way that can really stop this extreme evoboost. Maybe a Bulldoze could be annoying, but I don't feel like Bulldoze is going to be like too crucial in this matchup. I feel like I could just go for the Follow Me here with the Clefairy. There's no reason for me not to Follow Me and just Protect. There's really nothing my opponent can do. Maybe Bulldoze, maybe double Bulldoze. Still, like, as long as Espeon's getting boosted, I don't think it really matters too much, to be honest, because Espeon will be able to eat up attacks. We'll just be able to store power, probably knock out every single mon on my opponent's team. There's really not ways my opponent can really handle it. So we'll see what my opponent does here. I don't know if it's going to be Bulldoze. I don't know if it's going to be like some kind of weird trick. Poison Z, I guess, could be annoying if it is on the Buzzwole, but Clefairy should be able to eat any attack. It's going to be the Flare Blitz coming out from my opponent, so Flare Blitz is going to be coming out. It's going to be tarring down the Clefairy. Gets a critical hit. I don't know. Poison Jab probably double up, yeah, so I don't think it really matters there. It might have, depending on how invested the Buzzwole. If it's like not much attack investment, it's like in bulk because it's like Eevee or something, then yeah, it might have mattered, but yeah, it doesn't really matter to me too much. Let's see, we are going to get the Eevee boost though, and I'll see you after this animation once again. I can now go out into Smeargle to take advantage of the boost and just Baton Pass, I feel like, with my Eevee. And I could Fake Out, I could Spore, I could also Transform. However, since the Buzzwole has a Beast Boost, I don't feel like I do want to go for the Transform. I think Baton Pass is a safe play. I can go out, and I think I'll just Spore. Oh wait, I don't have Spore, right. I'll just go for the Fake Out then, into my opponent's Buzzwole. Buzzwole is just such a huge threat. I don't want to really deal with Buzzwole because of the fact, you know, if it does carry that Leech Life, if it is like an Assault Vest variant. If it's not an Assault Vest variant, it probably doesn't carry Leech Life, so I would be pretty good. But this is just a safe play all around. Even if Arcanine has Roar, you know, Espeon comes in. Espeon Magic Bounce will prevent Arcanine going for Roar and bounce it right back, so I don't have to worry about Roar. The only thing I really have to worry about is maybe like a crit. Like a crit could happen, but otherwise I'd be pretty good in this situation. So I will go for the Fake Out into the Buzzwole here, and I'll go hard into my Espeon. And I don't know what my opponent's going to do. Maybe just Flare Blitz the Smeargle for damage. I could definitely see that play. But yeah, I'm just going to go out into my Espeon here. And if my opponent does go for the Flare Blitz into Smeargle, I'll just switch out into my Eevee to preserve Smeargle for Fake Out pressure later in the game. It is going to be that Roar, and I do have the Magic Bounce. So yeah, going to catch that Arcanine. Arcanine is going to go bye-bye. And what's coming out here? It's going to be the Milotic. So Milotic's not really much of a threat. It could carry Haze, however, so I guess that's one thing that's a bit scary. Defense is going to rise, and a Accuracy Fall. So Accuracy Fall doesn't really matter too much. And I remember after playing against my opponent, like this is a really like frail Milotic. So I'm just going to store power to Milotic because I am worried about a potential Haze. And I guess I'll just transform with Smeargle because it's probably the safe play. Because if I knock out my Milotic, I don't have to worry about Haze. I can go for the transform into my Espeon. So now I have two Espeons on the field. And so even if my opponent maybe crits my Espeon, if you go for a Leech Life there, I'm able to get a second Espeon. So it doesn't really matter too much. And I'm pretty sure you would risk the Haze right here with Milotic, but we'll see what my opponent does. I could also have Follow Me. Follow Me was also a safe play, but we'll see what comes out here. As I will go for the stored power into the Milotic, able to pick up that knockout. This move is actually broken. As let's see what my opponent does. Just goes for Poison Jab here. It's faster than my Smeargle, that's good to note. As Poison Jab into Espeon. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? This game is great. This game is great, and that's how Eevee loses. You get crit. I guess there's no one to blame but myself. I honestly thought the Smeargle would have been faster than the Buzzwole, but of course, crit, you know. That's Eevee for you. If you haven't ever played Eevee, that's Eevee for you. You either, if you're boosted, you know you're going to get crit. I should have just followed me, to be honest. As Arcanine's going to come out. And since there's actually no way of me winning this game, I'm just going to press the forfeit button. There is no point of playing this game anymore. Really isn't. But yeah, so that's kind of an unfortunate way to end this episode, but it's kind of expected, to be honest. If you're playing Eevee, should have just followed me there. Might have been safer. But, you know, if a Buzzwole didn't get the Poison Jab, I automatically just won because I had two Espeons on the field. And I was kind of maybe worried, but well, I guess I wouldn't have to worry about potential Sand Slash, would I? Maybe it was a mistake just to go for, maybe it was just safer just to go for that Follow Me because of the fact, you know, just because of the fact that my opponent didn't have probably Sand Slash in the back just because you don't have the Vanilla Elixir Brain. So Follow Me would have been safer, but yeah, that's still, you know, that's still Eevee getting crit. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 17 Back-to-Back Battles. It is a bit of a shorter episode, yes, but then again, Eevee's like, the Eevee games tend to go really fast in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today's episode. If you did like it, please leave a like down below, shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of the stuff down below, such as my social medias, as well as previous episodes of VGC 17 Back-to-Back Battles, as well as the side series on the channel. If you want to go check out Geo, the one who made the Eevee animation, he does stream on Twitch, and he is a big enthusiastic on Eevee. Or was. I don't know if he still is, to be honest. But you can go check him out anyway. And, of course, I highly recommend go checking out Smeargle Sanctuary. But, yeah, I really think you guys and girls out there should just go check it out for yourselves. Otherwise, you can leave a comment in this video if you have anything to say. And, yeah, hope you have a good day. I highly recommend, if you ever get that chance, go see the movie. Just go see the movie. 100%. Just go see the movie. It's 100% worth it. It's 100% worth it. Highly recommend. Go see the movie, even if it's like on TV. Although, like the big screen really just the big screen was really just great for the experience itself, I think, with the movie, because it really fit and it was just so beautiful in production. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, catch you around next time.